this morning over President Barack Obama's Nobel Peace Prize win. His plans to go to Oslo to accept the prize in December. Should he? Some are offering some other options. Listen.
I think the president himself understands he didn't earn this prize. And I think, therefore, the notion that, as the White House has said, he would go to Oslo to accept the prize would just sort of add to the farce. But I do think that he could send a real signal here. I think what he ought to do, frankly, is send the mother of a fallen American soldier to accept the prize on behalf of the U.S. military.
I don't know. Does that represent peace? Will they buy that in Norway? A good suggestion. Let's have our panel weigh in. Hunter College professor and Pulitzer Prize-winning author Karen Hunter's here. Hi, Karen. Rick Newman, chief business correspondent and U.S. News World Report guy, Republican strategist, and you are sitting there, Rick Newman. And Boris Epshteyn is also right here. Karen, let's start with you. What about that suggestion by Liz Cheney? And Thomas Friedman had a very similar suggestion in the New York Times on Sunday.
I just find it very interesting. There's a lot of comments like that coming up in this time. And the reality is the president of the United States won the Nobel Prize. He should go and accept it. If he wants to bring the mother of a fallen soldier, that's excellent. But he should go. This is about him. More importantly, it's about us and spreading that kind of notion of peace and holding him accountable to the thing that this prize is about.
Rick, just show up and not make a big deal. Say, thanks for the trophy. I'll be going now.
I think we're going to hear a speech where he credits everybody else in the world who was a nominee for this prize. We're probably going to hear about U.S. troops, and we're probably going to hear about all the other potential winners. You know, the Iranian democracy people, the protesters, the opposition in Zimbabwe. Absolutely. I mean, he made the decision on last Friday. He was going to take the prize.
Boris, it's kind of strange if he pointed out the Iranian students because he ignored them when they actually.
Right. That would be. I think that would be out of line and out of line with his diplomacy so far, which has been really a waffling diplomacy. Here's what I think on the whole issue. I think one, it was a good move to say that the money will be donated to charity. Two, as far as going somewhere, sending someone, I think you should send our Secretary of State. We haven't heard from her in a while.
How's that going to happen?
You know, it's a good position. Or another envoy we've used recently is Bill Clinton. Could send him.
Karen,
why can't he accept his award? I mean, it's ridiculous. This is America. Right. He's our president. He won. He should go get the award.
He didn't win as our president. He won as a candidate for president.
He won 12 days into his election. He was nominated 12 days in.
George W. Bush and the Nobel Committee has done this repeatedly.
They did this
with Carter. And in the speech about Carter, it was said that what's going on now with the U.S. president is so wrong, so we're going to give it to Jimmy Carter.
We have not seen a communicator like this since FDR. We have not seen a man who was able to go to 16 countries in his first 10 months in office more than any other, whether it's an apology tour or what have you. The reality is more people across the world like Americans now than they did before, and they like America now than they did before, which by its very nature makes it more peaceful for us here.
America is one thing, but following America policy is a whole different thing.
Let's just get Rick in there. Rick, does it matter why they like us?
Yeah, it matters why they like us, but I think this is going to be sort of the most pregnant 8 weeks of all time. Probably there's never been in history somebody's been so eager to get a prize behind them. He just wants to get.
It's true. It's not his fault, but it does.
It's a real challenge.
And it's time for
it's an opportunity, though. It's an opportunity for us to live up to it.
An opportunity for us to take a break and come back with a new topic. President Obama has already made many campaign promises that he hasn't had a chance to follow through on yet. But he's adding another. Should he finish what he's already started? Well, we're going to debate that.